An investigator told state lawmakers that Camp Mystic's young counselors were not trained to help campers during floods or other emergencies before 27 campers and counselors were killed last summer. The attorney assigned to investigate what went wrong revealed the flood threat was known, yet there was poor planning in place to address it. Fox 4's Lori Brown joins us from the newsroom. Lori.
Clarice, the deaths from Camp Mystic mark the single largest loss of children's lives in Texas due to a natural disaster since the Great Galveston Hurricane of 1900. And lawmakers say the tragedy was preventable. Here are the words from one of the camp counselors on the lack of preparedness.
I remember at our orientation they talked about like the flood protocol and like what you do for it, and like how it's like there's a part in our binder, like a page in our binder that like has instructions for if anything were ever to happen like this. And whenever they were going over it, it's like not funny, but they were like, oh, like yeah, but like that's not gonna happen. And I like remember them being like, oh, that's never going to happen.
Attorney Casey Garrett was tasked by lawmakers to review what led to the deaths of 27 girls and counselors at Camp Mystic in the early morning hours, July 4th. She says it all began with a reduction in counselors assigned to cabins from 3 to 2 and a lack of training and drills.
That's just unthinkable that these girls would have no training. And again, just the real lack of equipment, no radios, no walkie-talkies, no phones, which we can agree is, that they needed radios.
Counselors had no toolkits, ladders, or life jackets. The emergency plan, a poor one.
It says for floods, stay in your cabins. You will be informed of proper procedures over the PA system.
The state issued a flood warning July 3rd, while activities continued as normal at Camp Mystic.
And it's their tradition to play taps on the loudspeaker, the PA system that we've been referencing, at 10 p.m.
The first report of unsafe conditions to staff came at 12:45 a.m. from counselors. At 1:14 a.m., the National Weather Service flash flood warning came in. The director of the camp, Dick Eastman's phone records revealed he was obsessively checking weather apps.
We have countless pages of the updates that he was receiving on his phone.
A half hour later, at 1:45 a.m., Dick Eastman became concerned about a rise in the river. There was still no evacuation of girls. At 2:14 a.m., a small creek became impassable. Yet at 2:37 a.m., Dick drove the counselors who came to the office back to their cabins.
Dick and Edward assess the water in the cabins. They tell them to put down towels and to stay put.
At 2:55 a.m., an hour and a half after the National Weather Service warning, Dick became frantic.
Dick radios frantically, we have to get Bubble and twins out. These are the occupants of Bubble Inn. Every single person in this photograph died in the river that evening.
Dick Eastman died working to evacuate the girls in the Bubble Inn cabin. He radioed for help and that his car was stuck against a tree.
We do know that Dick Eastman loved every little girl that came to Camp Mystic. He was a loving man, and I can't believe that he was sitting in the driver's seat of that car with, little girls untended to.
There were also amazing stories of survival of girls who managed to find safety in a grove of trees. Another girl was swept 6.5 miles down the river, yet survived. Garrett says there were huge failures when it came to search and rescue. The hearing will continue tomorrow. A father will share his story about searching for his daughter alone and finding a child's body. Clarice.
Lori, thank you.